It needs a paint job. There we fucking blooming go. Open up your chat. Right, so this is going to be the guideline. This is a circle. I'm sure you've seen one before. Seeing as how we human love round things. Just drawing a small circle, somewhat correctly. So I am going on a LARP, a live action role playing this weekend, and I decided I needed a proper crest for to have on the jacket. I'm just going to sort of produce. Naturally, we're going to start with a very disturbingly disgusting creature known as a tick, a blood-sucking parasite. Why? Because I'm going to south of Norway into the farmlands. There is a lot of ticks there. So I'm also going to make a bit of a pun on Ghostbusters. In case you're too thick to understand that. Haha. Anyways, I'm Joel. Yeah. I've been working my ass off for a couple of days now, so and my computer is still a bust, so yeah, I can't go back to that just yet. I really want to play Command & Conquer. Anyway, so the logic here is simple. This is just first I just lay out on stencil onto the pattern I want. Put on top of some fabric under the paper so it doesn't bleed through. Then you're just going to use acrylic paint to draw this disgusting creature in all its glory. Ticks are a pain in the ass and they can carry Lyme disease. So remember to always check your scrotum, your legs and everything else once you're out and about in nature in summer. You never know when one of these little buggers will crawl up your leg and beat you in the ass. Because they are worse than politicians and blood-sucking leeches. Because, you know, ticks don't have... The only thing that benefits them are birds eating them off other creatures. Right, I need to remember to melt some candle wax and combine it with burnt burnt stuff. No, with burnable stuff, so that they can make a decent fire. Yeah. A camping fire source for emergencies. I may not be far from civilization, surrounded by people, but it's still going to be camping. I want to be able to prepare food on Thursday. So, of course, the usual issue with using a mobile device for this stuff is that, well, it's harder to... I don't have all of the lovely notifications and everything else at hand. Anyway, my idea was to just brutally paint this. Not brutally, but paint this thing onto a fabric. Cut it out, then stitch it onto the back of a long sleeve jacket I am going to prepare once I have painted. Of course, anyone who has followed my progress ever know that circles is a nightmare. Yet you always return to round shapes. I think nature is trying to tell me something. So hopefully on Tuesday I will be able to collect a new piece apart. It should fix my PC problems. My problem is definitely not related to being politically correct. Well, sure, this isn't textile painting, but let me tell you, once acrylic paint dries, you ain't getting it off. It's stuck like shit in snow. Also, on that note, I've been working on very exclusive Christmas ornaments. Sure, it's not Yule yet, it's only July, but gotta start early. So I have something to produce when the season eventually arrives. All handcrafted. Let's put in some red here then, yes. Yeah, just gonna be a bit cheeky. Haha. Okay. Ah yes, that's true. I need to add some more details to this. This time we want circle, 2 circles, 3 circles. There we go. Just make it look like I have skewered the insufferable stinging insect. Let's see. that shows up. Yeah, it's fine enough, I suppose. Yes, okay. Not quite perfect circle, eh? Anyways, that's step 1. So then step 2. Scissor, yes. Scissors, the most sought after and also the hardest to find thing in my household. I have sure got them many scissors, yet I can hardly ever find one when I need it. Which could be the problem. Okay, one step done. Second step. Scissor, scissor, scissor. Right, I found the bigger scissors. Sweet. So in order to dismantle the patriarchy, I need to get rid of in the arms. Fan då. Så varmt. Yeah, I think after I've worked on this, I should just done my trunks and go for a dip in the water. Why am I trying to be so careful here? There is a bit of a waste, but at the same time, it's not like I'm ever going to use this jacket again or complete the Pokemon trainer crush of my ex costume. Anyway, so you'll never see it come alive. Biljett. Okay, so I need to make this hole wider so this doesn't touch my armpit. This was probably a terrible way of doing this, and you would be right. But hey, it's an experiment more than anything else. Hooga shaka hooga. Cause you can't kill a man when he's got no hope. Can't kill a man when he's got no hope. It's not like this thing, when I look at it, it's very well constructed in the first place. Probably for the best to eliminate the evidence. step, step, step. Step into get rid of some trash. It's going to be warm, so it goes into my stash. Sun lotion, yes. Okay. So, it is to attach this to the back. It's gonna be real awesome. Hadde bare det vil. La oss ha det litt gøy. Boom, 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 boom. Kom deg inn til mitt rom. I've been doing this for long enough to time to become a professional. As in, I have professional style, a professional pride. But no matter what you identify as, you have pride in your work and in your life. So this weekend in Bergen, At Åsane Kulturhus AdventureCon. However, since I got booted off the volunteer and planning committee for a reason hard to understand from my perspective, I couldn't decide the date. Help decide the time. So that means one very simple thing. It's gonna collide with an event I'm participating in. So it doesn't matter too much for me. I'm still gonna have fun either way. It's just that overlap is always annoying, and it's more fun when you can avoid it. Yeah, that's a good idea. A unplugged machine does not run. So I'm just doing terrible things to the fabric of this creation. And puns. Well, again, if you're here, you can't stand puns, wordplays and bad jokes and messed up analogies. Well, до свидания, comrade. Det var ikke den you are. Anyway, come on. So we're going to sew these things together, craft some food, and then go for a swim afterwards. I will not be streaming either of those events, but yeah. And tomorrow I need to get a handful of things. And I'm gonna visit a friend of mine. Some part of me thinks that maybe I should retain its roughness, but at the same time, that's a weakness in the fabric of this cloth's reality. Clothing maketh the man, or something like that. Yeah, so quoting a quote from the King's Man, which is probably quoted from elsewhere. I'm feeling culture. Never fucking mind, I managed to break the damn needle. You know what? But you know what, we're just gonna keep it slightly ugly, slightly rough. Fits with a traveler. It's gonna be rough, brutal, and brilliant. Yeah, I need to prepare